2020, I flew back to Canada in May. I had some stuff to do. I wanted to see my family and check out my friends. I visited with my mom for the last time, so I'm pretty grateful I went back for just for that. Saw my friends for the last time, kind of thing, and just generally get a vibe of what was going on. I spent the entire summer going around the province of Ontario, photographing restaurants and making video and doing all kinds of fun stuff while everybody else was doing what they were doing, the times. So anyways, I'd had enough and I was deciding to leave, and pretty much the only other country that was open was Brazil. So I decided I was going to fly down to Rio de Janeiro, and I booked a ticket on Air Canada. My friend Chris and I decided we were going to go out and take some photos, kind of like the last photos I'd be taking, autumn type deal. And we went out into North York. So first we went and hit up a dispensary and got some nice treats to enjoy the evening festivities. And that carried over to the next day. I woke up and smoked breakfast. And we waited around getting baked in the front yard of the Airbnb while I waited for my airport taxi, which went off with no hitch. I got picked up, taken out to the airport, dropped off. No big deal. There's no traffic. Picked up a poutine, headed on through Pearson, which was like a giant glass maze at the time. There was all these posters up, and they were wash your hands was covering up, gate, whatever is this way. So yeah, it was like navigating a maze, like if being a high lab rat. And eventually I got down to the airline, and I'm sitting there waiting to board the flight. And I go to board the flight, and they say, "Sir, this is the wrong flight. Your flight was down at the other end of the airport." So then I had to try to book another flight, which the stewardess were pretty cool and tried to do it for me right away, but there wasn't a lot they could do. And they got me on a flight 2 days later, so I had to hop a subway, go back into North York, find a place to stay, make sure I was sober when my flight left, and things went off with no hitch. And this is the food and the care package that they gave us on the flight to Rio.